Hello everyone. Today we will be taking a look at SMS Derfflinger 1917 in 1/700 scale from Snowman or Takom. So this is a waterline version of their 1/700 scale kits. Out here you have the Derfflinger in Heavy Seas, a seaplane. It has the plastic static display, and then you have this plane 3D printed, two types of markings, and there's also photo etch parts. On the outside you get a render of the Derfflinger right here. Let me zoom in. You have the plane. Here's another render. And you also get the coat of arms here. It's very nice. Okay, so let's actually open this up and take a look at the parts we have here. So, the first parts we have is the A sprue. Let me cut that out real quick. The A sprue is the two hull sides, and there are some portholes on the front, but it's mostly armor plate along the entire hull. And you also have the the torpedo nets, which are these things that go along the side. And this is all in the A sprue. This sprue is the 2K sprues, and this forms the waterline base, and this is the deck. And there is a very good amount of panel line, deck details, and small stuff along the hull. Very sweet. And this would just go on, like, right here. Alrighty. Now let's take a look at the instructions. Instructions come in this color printed packet. Very nice. You get some German decals, so you get the High Seas Fleet flag, the little decals for the plane, and the O on top of the turrets for identification. You also get two sets of photo etch. You get some photo etch for the ship, which is mostly just cranes, some parts of the funnel and ladders, and also the struts for the plane. So now let's take a look through the instructions. Sprue map. We have A, K, J, 3D printed sprues, PE, decals, some loose parts, 2B sprues, F, G, E, and M sprues. So what we're building is you assemble the hull together, you drill a bunch of holes, you put all the casement guns on there, so that's the casement barrels onto the casement mount. Then you build the back superstructure, forward superstructure, and the rear funnel all come together. Then the forward superstructure funnel all comes together there. Then with the main mast. Then you assemble the forward tripod mast and the cranes on the side, the additional ventilator fans on the top, and then you build the gun turrets. Then you put the boat on there, and then this is how you assemble the plane. And here's the painting scheme for it, so that's pretty nice. And then here's the additional products they have, and then here's the render of it. So, yeah, this is the instructions. Pretty short little instructional booklet. Let's get these parts aside, and let's take a look at the main parts. Alrighty, so here is some of the looser, smaller parts right here. This includes the casement deck and one of the ventilator areas, as well as the forward superstructure, or this might be the back superstructure, and they put the boats right here. And you also have one of the barbettes on here. Although these areas, actually, they do have panel lines on there for the portholes, which are very nice. Okay, next sprue. This is the M sprue, and the M sprue has the upper deck, some mostly mast stuff, so it's like the tripod masts and the support parts on the masts. So here, let me get this one out. This one is this one's the E sprue, very thick plastic parts. You have the central upper deck with the rear turret right here, and then all the little flag poles and little masts and whatnot. You have the base for the conning tower, and then you have the two funnels. And then here's some of the supports for the boat racks, I'm pretty sure. And then you also have the capstans and some additional doors, hatches on the sides. These look like searchlight platforms over here. And this is the E sprue. Okay, next two sprues we're taking a look at. There's a loose part at the bottom. So this looks like the rear portion with the ventilator. So this section we have the B sprues, and these are duplicate sprues. So you get 2 B sprues. So you get a pair of gun turrets, 4 gun barrels, the base for the cranes, some AA guns, the forward parts for the AA guns. I don't know what these parts are. And then you get some additional like ventilators, life rafts, gun barrels for the secondaries. Oh, wait, so these were the secondary casement parts. And you have the anchors and additional flagpole and ventilator shaft there. And then you also have a bunch of the ship's boats over here, quite a few of them. And of course, you also have the searchlights right here. And then it's additional ventilator thing right here. I'm not too sure what that is. Yes, and then there's actually one more part in here. Don't forget that. This is the little plane. This plane's 3D printed, which is pretty sweet. And I think you can put it on a ship. I'm not too sure if you're supposed to put it on there, but there's a little, tiny little plane. A little resin bit, not too big. Very small, actually. And it's a seaplane. But, yeah, well, this concludes the video on the 1700 Derfflinger kit. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Anyways, like and subscribe, and check out my other videos. Thank you.